Blessings, everyone. As always, we will begin with a general look at the incoming wave that will have an effect on all people of all signs. Remember, incoming waves are here to stay, not just for a week, but as a new dynamic of this reality experience. This week, we have the High Priestess and the Hierophant, or High Priest, illustrating the new Earth dynamic that will be integrating into each personal and collective experience. There is so much intervention here, so much assistance. Those two cards together bring a harmony of spiritual truth and experiential truth, the internal and external reality merging into one coherent whole. The High Priestess brings great activation and awareness of the spiritual process in its complete truth to all. The Hierophant brings divine intercession and intervention with rerouting those who are lost back onto their true path. This will show up in many ways. In the April preview, we discussed disclosure through exposure in regards to the spiritual processes of the universe on a multidimensional level. This wave begins the revival, or aptly timed resurrection, of the divine truth of the self and the universe. Spiritual contact, skill, and healing will be abundant the world over. Do not allow yourself to get slowed down by distractions. Filter the sensational media, both mainstream and non-mainstream. Get away from the confirmation-biased interactions. Take space from wounded healer distraction activities. Shut down identity agendas and groupthink immersion. Voids and emptiness will be filled completely over with the new light as these energies surge through every fabric of our lives with new revelation, healing, direction, and the eradication of illusion and falsity. This is a time of great allowance. Where emptiness was, now is support. Where blindness was, now comes new sight. Where distortion and discord were, now a new love light. Make as much room for this as possible. While this is here to stay and will be here at work henceforth, why wait? Many otherworldly and preternatural phenomena will be occurring from this week onward. This is the return of the sacred nature of the soul, the power and ability to be a part of the spiritual and universal process rather than subject to it. This applies to those of all ages and experiences, though for many on this path it has become much more prevalent of late anyway. Expect more. These are shift opportunities. Now is the revelation of the true light and the restoration of the divine self. It is here to stay, bringing the return to the true soul journey for all willing hearts. Alright, Leo, now that we've had a chance to look over the incoming wave that is here to stay, remember that is like the general reading of the week, but beyond as well for all populations. Let's have a look and see how things are going to be landing in your neck of the woods. Remember, if you ever want to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com, or of course you may also simply follow the links below. And don't forget, the Tarot Home Study course is on sale through Tuesday, April 7th. It's $20 off, so now only $19.99. It's over 3 hours of pre-recorded content done by me, as well as supplemental documents provided by me. So if you're interested in learning the tarot or boning up on tarot for practical readings, that is where you might want to go. So again, go on ahead to my website or open up the down bar below and check it out. So what is happening when it comes to this coming week? Well, for your archetypal themes, what's playing out in the kind of background, overlighting all experiences, we actually have the world upright. And we are talking about
creating a time for many upgrades. This is a week where you Leo people are trading up in pretty much all respects. You know, trading up in quality when it comes to relationships, when it comes to opportunities for you to excel in maybe a creative or professional path. Yes, when it comes to material resources as well. But the World card is talking about wrapping up old stories at the same time. You know, when it comes to wrapping up stories, this is not the turning of a page, it's the closing of an entire book to open a brand new book. With the World card, I'm actually sensing a lot of you are getting a lot of opportunities to sort of take a huge leap in your quality of life, whether it's having to do with your living situation, your spiritual life, your spiritual performance, your spiritual practice. Remember, we're not here to just consume this as some sort of therapeutic thing. We're here to learn. We're here to advance. It's our obligation to grow. And with the World card upright, it does look like this is an opportunity for a lot of you to kind of step into a lot of new arenas for maybe advancement of your path, advancement of your prowess, advancement of your personal power. In fact, with the World card upright, a lot of you are actually going to be finding that this week you're going to be graduating out of a lot of cycles, a lot of circles, a lot of loops that maybe we've been kept in either by the external, or maybe we got kept in because we thought it was somehow responsible, or we thought we didn't have any other choices. The World card is like, okay, the universe steps in, and we kind of looked at that in the incoming wave, right? Lots of assistance coming in your way. But this is a big week for you. We have sort of a moment of deliverance. In fact, as we get to news and arrivals, we have the Five of Cups upright. And an opportunity is going to be showing up in a weird way through the sorrows or the loss of another. And I'm actually feeling like this is coming from, you know, it could be a friend, it could be a relative or somebody that is close or used to be close, kind of having a moment where they are accepting a loss, or maybe accepting something has ended that maybe they were in denial about, right? Because when people get in denial, or people sometimes, you know, choose to go down with the ship or ride the bandwagon they're on over a cliff, sometimes they end up alienating themselves from other people, right? They end up kind of shutting people out. They drank the Kool-Aid. Well, the Five of Cups, I'm kind of seeing, yeah, there's sorrow and there's grief, but there's also somebody kind of snapping out of it. And I'm feeling as though opportunity that is coming from this person having a bitter wake-up call. It's really strange because, yeah, we've got the Five of Cups. It's a very gloomy card, but I don't think it's you. I think it's honestly like somebody grieving the loss of a bad situation, or a situation that should have been left behind ages ago. And now this brings a new opportunity for all concerned, including you. This could be something relating to a romantic endeavor, maybe even something relating to a social endeavor, possibly for those of you that are curious when it comes to, maybe even work or living situations. This creates new availability or a new platform to build with this person. In fact, as we get to material resources, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. And a lot of you Leo people are seeing that, some kind of stimulus is coming your way that is going to kind of make a decision for you when it comes to either a hire, a job, or a new financial professional road that you're going to be taking. Because with the material resources being the Two of Swords reversed, if you've been kind of juggling options, shopping around, kind of, grabbing at options left and right, doing a bit of a pick and mix, the process of elimination has begun, but it's actually something that is funneling into the highest outcome for you and all concerned. So you may be finding that certain things that you've been curious about are getting off the table, they're coming off the market, so to speak, and you are finding that your decisions are being made for you, but in a way that allows for you to have a secure commitment. In fact, the Two of Swords reverse could also indicate a lot of you Leo people stepping back or stepping down from maybe doing something that you know is actually not in the highest interest of all concerned. It's not serving. It may be perpetuating something that is actually holding people back. Maybe it's too costly for you. Maybe it's not advancing your career, or maybe it's not serving the way we intended. But with the Two of Swords reversed, the realization, the recognition, and the acceptance of that is going to actually qualify you for something even better. Remember, the World card upright is replacing a lot of stuff that just won't go down when it should go down with better models. And so I feel like this week a lot of you may be finding that you're able to give up certain expenses, certain roles, certain commitments, certain investments for things that are ultimately going to be the best replacement, or maybe the thing you should have been, on the bandwagon with all along. It's going to be a really cool ride. For love and relationships, we do have the Eight of Cups upright. And I feel like this is actually a really positive Eight of Cups, because it does look like there is sort of a wake-up call. Yes, there are a lot of wake-up calls with the World card that could be coming to either you or maybe a partner or maybe the couple in general, that there is something that is just not worth continuing. And this could be something that we're leaving behind because, right, it's too costly in some way to the relationship. It's something that's creating too much dysfunction. We may be involved in something that is proving to maybe be too much drama. It's too high maintenance. It's too volatile. It's lacking in any kind of harmony or coherence. And we decide as a couple, or maybe we decide just for ourselves, that we need to break away from that, right? There's no tolerance for volatility week, which I think is probably a good thing. The Eight of Cups upright is indicating that this could indicate moving forward in a new direction, leaving old territory behind in pursuit, of course, of better replacements that are also showing up. For those of you who are currently available and looking for somebody new, I am seeing the Eight of Cups is indicating that you are actually meeting somebody this week, but it is going to require you to step out of maybe your comfort zone, out of your personal territory, and they as well, because I see that you are actually in pursuit of one another. You are actually finding each other. It's almost like picking each other out of, as needles out of a haystack. And what's happening is that you've kind of both agreed, even though maybe we're not official or anything like that, like you're the only one here I actually want to talk to. So there's like a weird sort of new meet, new chemistry, new strong connection, and maybe even sort of an unofficial agreement of exclusivity going on. It's a very interesting week for the single Leos. I actually like that for you, because it does look like there is sort of a focus of, all right, I am getting all distractions out of the way, and so are they, and we're going to make a beeline towards each other to really go deep and try to have, a bit of an opportunity to get to the bottom of what's happening here. Some of you may be actually receiving somebody from far away, or maybe even getting an opportunity to engage with somebody who's far away, whether that's somebody who's far away because of travel, or maybe online, or maybe, something that we are planning a trip for or a big move for here in the next few months. It's a big week. So that is what I've got for you, Leo people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.